Three, two, one.
Welcome back to Here We Golf, episode 10. Feels like a bit of a milestone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to all of our Canadian fans as well. Tim Horton, not a paid ad. Good to have you back, Dan.
Good to be back. It's only been 1 week off and it feels like an absolute eternity.
A lot has happened, hasn't it?
Long time in the world of golf, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks since we last recorded.
We didn't even have a DP World Tour event in between, and it's still
plenty to cram in, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gutted missed last week because we had, there was a lot of sort of news around golf, wasn't there? Plenty to talk about as well as just what happened. And then all of a sudden it sort of feels like it's a bit distant and not necessarily completely relevant, but we'll cover it off anyway, as well as the events that we've had in between.
Gosh.
When we last recorded, we were previewing the Phoenix Open in the PGA Tour. So that's obviously been played since. And then obviously we've had the Genesis this week as well. So we'll just run over the Phoenix Open first of all. What did you make of that?
It was a good event, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed watching it. I know there's a lot to be said about the crowds, isn't there, at the Phoenix Open? They're all a bit livish.
Yeah, well, I think they done well in nipping it in the bud because the day before the tournament started, they banned alcohol sales already, didn't they? Videos going around that big massive bloke sliding down the hill.
Yeah. They were basically saying, you can't be trusted.
The fan code of conduct came into play, didn't it, that they introduced? And after that, I didn't necessarily hear too much about it. There was no major instance of running on the green and in bunkers and stuff like there was last year. So
the social agenda was sort of pushing as many videos as they could find from last year and stuff, wasn't it? I think they were trying to make people think it was bad again, but I don't think it actually was, from what I saw anyway. Saw a few things on I think it was the Thursday, was it? But nothing too major.
No, so I mean it's good that the people can enjoy themselves, create a good atmosphere, and not actually cause a load of controversy like they have done previously. There was loads of engagement between the players and the fans on the 16th in particular, and that Coliseum as well, wasn't it? And
you can now tell why we're nearly 40.
Right?
And you can now tell why we are nearly 40. I think if we were 20, we'd be well into all this, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Like a bit of our Victor Meldrew.
Yeah, we'd have been in the bunkers when we were 20, wouldn't we?
100%. Shouting shit. I remember falling asleep on one of the holes at Wentworth when we were down at the BMW PGA.
Oh, yeah. We went heavy early at the start of the week that week, didn't we?
Like Thursday.
So yeah, that went. It was a good tournament.
Yeah,
Scotty Scheffler didn't keep up his form. He's had a bit of a stranglehold on that event over the last few years, hasn't he?
Yeah,
didn't manage to get it done this year. It went back to Europe.
Yeah,
Belgium. First Belgian winner on the PGA Tour.
Cracking. He was dialed in, wasn't he?
Yeah, 4 birdies in his last 4 holes on the last day. It's shown some balls that and pressures on So yeah, Thomas Dietrich, Waste Management Phoenix Open. Congratulations to him.
Thing is though, Scotty's, although he's not winning, he's still there, isn't he? He's still guaranteed a top finish, isn't he?
Where did he finish in the end?
I think it was top 10, wasn't he?
No, 1 over on the last day, down to 25th.
Really?
Yes, fell off there.
Cut that out.
But I mean, he was in behind most of the week.
Yeah.
But it's one of them where loads of people have gone low on Sunday. There's loads of 3s, 4s, 5s, 6 unders on Sunday, and he's gone 1 over, and that's why he's kind of just stalled early, and I would have gone past him.
See Bob McIntyre
dishing money out.
Yeah, just throwing stuff into the crowd with £20 notes in, or $20, just saying go and buy yourself a berry. It's just class, innit?
Yeah,
I like him. I think he's a breath of fresh air. Just a normal lad on tour, isn't
he? Well, yeah, he's just dead relaxed and down to earth, isn't he? It's the impression you get anyway. He had a top 10 as well, tied for 6th.
Yeah.
I reckon he's dishing money out if he'd have missed the cut.
Exactly, yeah. Tiger thought he was back. Wasn't. I think it was something to do with his mum. His mum died last week, didn't she?
Yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, since we last recorded, Tiger announced that he was playing in the Genesis, and then since since withdrew. I think he thought he was going to be able to do it for his mum because it's what she would have wanted, but he since said it was going to be too much for him to process and try and deal with. So
You're talking about he had flu as well, didn't he? So
yeah, I mean, that's got to be tough. I'm unfortunately not in a position to go through that, but I can only imagine the last thing you want to do is be putting on a show for thousands of fans in the public, really, when you're feeling like that. So
plus there's talk of him banging his wife again, isn't there? So you never know with that.
Maybe he's got his priorities elsewhere.
Maybe. Balls deep in the misses, you never know, do you?
Did you see Ricky Fowler, the Waste Management Phoenix
I
Open?
didn't see him, did you?
No.
Especially
apparently he was there on Thursday and then didn't see him.
saw his head for some reason. I just didn't see his body.
No.
His shoes, weird.
Yeah. They just kept filming a bush.
I know, filming this bush and this floating head.
Yeah. It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
And just before we move on as well, there's a note to Will Chandler, who finished tied for 6th at this, and on Monday he didn't even know he was going to be there. So he took part in Monday qualifying.
Class.
And he had a long wait on Monday as well, so I think he finished 7 under. I had no idea. He was expecting people to take over him. But no, he managed to scrape his way into the Waste Management Phoenix Open and then gets tied for 6th and $400,000 with it. It's just insane. Just how
literally won the lottery, that guy. Yeah. But if you're good enough to be in that level, you're good enough to compete, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you've got the game for it. So, going to the Genesis.
Going to the Genesis, yeah. So hosted by Tiger, he was there. He was there yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Did the presentation, but didn't play. Did you watch much of that?
I didn't watch much of it midweek or Saturday.
Yeah.
I had to go to work, unfortunately, but Sunday I watched it last night.
Watched most of it last night.
There was some dialed-in golf yesterday.
It's good to watch, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think we talked a few podcasts ago when like Maverick nearly won, and we were like, "Who are these guys?" But I think they're like the new sort of wave of talent coming through because they're starting to consistently show themselves at the top of the leaderboards, aren't they?
Have you seen his haircut?
I can't comment, so I've got my hat on, lad.
Looks like a young Phil Mickelson. It's just wow. But he's a player, eh? He is a player. I thought he was on for 59 at some point.
Well, was he? I think he parred the first and then he birdied the next 5 or something like that.
He was 8 under through 11. And then he just hit a bogey and I thought, and then he parred in. But look at watching some of his putts yesterday, when like from a good 10, 15 foot, drain. I was like, he's got some minerals, this fella.
He started wobbling though towards the end. Last couple of drives, he blazed right. And did you see that?
Did you see his rough
shot?
play though?
Yeah, that could have gone anywhere. There's a lot of luck involved there. Like,
but he did it 4 times, like out of the rough. I was like, Jesus, this man.
Yeah, that rough was juicy at Torrey Pines as well, wasn't it? Like, it was deep. The balls were sitting right down by the roots.
Fat, juicy, and wet. There's a new song by Bruno Mars, apparently. Keeping it relevant for you guys.
Good. Good to see Daniel Berger back as well. He's played well the last couple of events as well after.
Yeah, it's actually.
He's been out for a long time with injury. I think it was injury. And at the Waste Management, he's finished tied for 2nd, and then he was up there again yesterday. I'm pretty sure I saw him hanging around. Yeah, finished 12th.
Good for him, to be fair.
Tommy Fleetwood as well.
Yeah.
Nearly, man. Tied for 5th.
He was actually putting all right as well.
Actually drained some putts on Sunday, yeah.
Which, I was willing him on, but I thought he was going to get there at one point.
Did look like it, and then when Maverick put the hammer down, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think threw an eagle in just at the right time, and it just fended everyone off, really.
Oh, that's TGL.
Yeah.
The hammer.
Yeah, and Maverick didn't fend everyone off, did he? Because it wasn't who won.
You didn't know?
No.
It's the psychology of it. It's only Aberg who had the brains to do the...
Yeah, watching it looked like Maverick had fended them all off. Everyone had finished. Maverick was a couple of shots clear, and then Ludvig Aceberg. Got it all in one early in the week, didn't he?
Did you see his last shot into the green? And it was like
safe
to the back of the green. I thought, what's happening here? And then he sort of...
Yeah, you're not going to flirt with that trouble shot, are you?
Nah, but he didn't bin it, did he?
He didn't.
And it was like...
just getting on the dance floor. And then he left him with a bit of work. He didn't quite get the line, put it like 7 feet out to the left.
Yeah, and then made it.
Rolled the putt to avoid having to go to a playoff, won it outright. He hadn't put the burn the edge on 17 as well, though, didn't he? That could have been an unreal back nine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he shot 6 under there. He's 12 under, but fair play to him. So that's another European winner that we just talked about. That's
Another one, yeah.
4 of the last 5 PGA Tour winners have been from the European scene.
Think about Aberg. He's come from absolute nowhere, hasn't he? A few years ago, was it?
He'd only just turned pro a couple of years ago, didn't he?
And then, but his swing is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like what you're talking about when we talk about Chandler there. Like, if you've got the game.
Yeah.
He,
take something else to win on the PGA Tour all this. Did you see Rory again? Do you think there's a correlation between how much he talks to the media and how much he's
100%.
How well he plays on Sunday?
Not calculated that out, but I'm pretty sure there is.
When you said to him, "Shut up and play golf," what did he go and do? Yeah,
shut up and play golf.
Shut up, play golf, and started smashing around, didn't he?
Pebble Beach, wasn't it? When I won.
Yeah.
Got asked what his concerns were, and he said, "I'm just concerned about my own game when I won." Since then, he's been talking about McKibben again.
Charlie Hoffman.
He mentioned something. He got asked again about PGA Tour and Live again last week, I think, and he was wearing on.
He seems to have changed his tune on that, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's the whole reason why he's like just concentrating the game, because he's just making himself look daft now. How firmly he was in the PGA Tour's corner, first of all, and now he's opening his arms to the likes of Bryson coming back and stuff. And it's
because Jay Monahan's probably in his ear going, "What a little major here." Shut up now.
So yeah, he dropped off the pace yesterday.
I got over it at one point, wasn't he?
Halfway through, he looked like he might have had a chance, didn't he? Him and Scotty, and they both ended up playing together yesterday because they both had a bit of a mare on at the end of the day on Saturday.
Yeah,
Scotty went one way yesterday, so 6 under in his third. McIlroy shit the bed. Don't even know what he finished on the end. Do you?
I seen him at 1 over for the day, and I stopped tracking him.
So, well, that'd be a 2 under, 3 under. He's finished level.
Yeah,
level par round, finishing 3 under, type 17th. It's still not bad.
It's not bad, is it? But it is for Rory when he's in such a rich vein of form.
He wants to be winning, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And that's why I come back to when you said I think he's going to get world number 1. Like, Scotty's finished third again. So he's just accumulating points.
Yeah.
Scott, it will be hard for Scotty to stay there because he's been there for 2 years now. And I think, is it over 2 years? It's a rolling period. So each week he plays, he'll be knocking points out from 2 years ago. So he's got to consistently perform well to keep his average up.
Which is good, innit? Because it gives everyone else a chance, like Maverick McNeely, who's, if he carries on, he'd already won once this season. I know he didn't win this week, but on the PGA Tour, two decent tournaments as well.
Do we know where he's up to in the world rankings yet?
Not got a clue.
I know he's 6.
Take this with a pinch of salt as well,
but I haven't got a clue what his world ranking is.
We have to take it with a pinch of salt, though.
Yeah.
The world rankings there's the likes of Bryson on Live, which we'll allude to soon. He's
Rambo.
Yeah.
The competition's good, but it's not as high as it should be in these big events.
Not a chance. Maverick McNeely's 14th in the world rankings.
14?
Yeah.
He has flown up there then, hasn't he, to be fair? Happy days, good luck to him.
You've got Scotty, Xander, Rory, Aberg now 4th. Wow.
John Rahm's just dropped out of the top 50 for the first time in 7, 8 years. 52nd in the world after last night.
Keegan Bradley at 15.
He played well this last 6 months or so, hasn't
he?
Yeah. Speaking of like the crossover between Live and PGA Tour, there has been a couple of bits of news where the USGA and the RNA both opened their arms to Live, haven't they? Both given a pathway for Live players to qualify for the PGA, the US Open, and the Open this year.
Wonder are the RNA going to follow suit?
The RNA have followed suit.
Have they?
Yeah. Yeah, both within a couple of days of each other announced
I didn't see that, actually.
Yeah.
There you go, then.
Yeah.
But it's well, going towards one thing, isn't it?
Could be a major, isn't it?
I think there might be a major.
Yeah, just tentatively dipping their toes in and seeing how people receive it. But I think everyone just wants the same thing.
Liv are pushing new things, though, aren't they? And it's nice to see. Like, I know they had, I think they had a halftime show in Riyadh, didn't they? Stop play for 3 minutes to have a little halftime show.
So I mentioned.
It's a bit mad.
Know whether it was.
It's a bit mad, but it's different, isn't it? It's something a bit. It's some new ideas.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gimmicky, or do you think they're onto something?
No, I think it's a product that at the end of the day, it used to be about the best golfers in the world turning up, and now people want to be entertained. More and more people become vocal about wanting to be entertained and not be bored. Not really much of a mention of slow play this week. That's what Rory was banging on about, slow play, because he was talking about even if the measures come into place and stuff, you're looking at 5.5 hour rounds going down to 5 hours 15 isn't going to make that much of an impact.
Well, to be fair, it's mad that we're not talking about slow play this week because Patrick Cantley was in contention all weekend, wasn't
he? Yeah. But then he stuck in the water on the last week.
He played well, actually, to be fair. What's a few results?
Don't get me wrong, he's a top player, he's a good player, but yeah, it just does take too long.
He literally walks at like the speed of a robot, doesn't he? To get his ball up the hole, even though he's
slow robot. Like Eldrick the robot. He doesn't move.
Eldrick.
On to Liv then.
Yeah.
So since we last recorded, I think we mentioned last time that Rory was banging on about McKibben going over, and since then McKibben's responded, saying that he wants to play with the best players in the world. He says that the product that Liv Golf offers appeals more to someone his age, and he's excited to go and play with the likes of Rahm and Hatton in that environment.
Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, if I was given the money, then it'd appeal to someone my age as well. I don't think you are.
So Rory's obviously concerned that he wasn't going to be getting in the majors, and Tom's perception was, well, I'm not in them yet anyway. So, I mean, he might get injured tomorrow, mightn't he? Never play again. So, get the money while he can, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It's like football players going over to Saudi, isn't it? I mean, there's a massive... Do you want to play football, or do you want to retire your whole family early? Like... It's a massive pull, isn't it?
It's easy for Rory to say that kind of things when he doesn't have to worry about money ever again.
Yeah, because Rory's made it big when it counted, hasn't he? When he was when the money was huge because it was just the PGA Tour, just the European Tour or whatever. The brand deals he's had, he was the poster boy, wasn't he? So of course it's easy for him to say because he's never experienced this, has he?
Yeah. So he's taken over sort of Woods essentially as the main sort of guy in Nike for years.
Once his face was on the PGA Tour,
he won't have any money worries at all. Whereas Tom McKibben's got to be thinking about his future, and if there's money there being dangled right in front of him, then it's going to be hard.
Yeah,
I can't see it me turning that down.
I don't think he'll get offered it.
If I were in them shoes. No, I'm definitely not getting that offered that. Liv's also struck a deal with ITV to be aired on live TV in the UK.
Made up with that, actually.
It's good. It's all just showing that Jay Monahan, that actually there is an appetite for this out there. So yeah, so yeah, they'll get a major. Otherwise, these guys are probably going to go off into the sun.
It probably will raise it because golf was always a terrestrial TV Sunday afternoon sort of thing, wasn't it? I used to watch it when I was growing up. I used to watch the golf on a Sunday I think it was on ITV or whatever it was. It was class. Peter Alice, it was BBC because Peter Alice was the commentator.
Yeah. Sky got a monopoly on it now, haven't they?
We have to pay £34 a month just for the sports channels. It's like, what?
Aye. It was hard to get a feel for what sort of impact that had over here, really, because it was Adelaide, so it was on in the middle of the night anyway, wasn't it? So not many people will be staying up here for that. But when it's in a more reasonable time zone for us, it'll be interesting to see whether they get many ratings. Because it was on YouTube last year, so we still had access to it, but not
different kettle of fish, though, innit?
Yeah.
So what did you make of the floodlight?
I liked it.
I loved it.
Different, yeah.
I'd love to play under floodlights. We were talking about that prostate cancer thing, weren't we? Like 100 holes. It's the only place you can do.
We're going to have to go to Riyadh.
Yeah. Or Turkey. I think Turkey's
got, yeah.
Is one of them. But it's 16 hours or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, we'll come back to that because it is something that we're mulling over. Whether we do 100 holes or
Not
4
going to do
rounds.
it at Dean Wood, are we? Goes dark at 4. Did you...
Riyadh?
Yeah.
Adrian Moronk stepped up.
Played class, didn't he? I'm talking about him last week and how he just went for the money and, he was on for a Ryder Cup place. Showed that he's got the balls, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he was playing well on the DP World Tour before he moved over to live, and then he's not done anything when we have seen him, and maybe just took a year of settling into that new sort of environment and that, but he's started this season flying, hasn't he? 17 under, took home nice big fat check.
Big fat check. But did you see, have you seen his build? He's not typical golfer build, is he? He's massive, dead tall, but some of his...
They're like DJ kind of languid, sort of tall.
But like skinnier.
Slim frame, yeah.
His bunker shot on I can't remember what hole it was, but he had to play right up to the back of the green and just put it to about a foot and a foot. He's got a nice touch on him as well.
So yeah, he beat John Rahm. Sebastian Munoz, both 2 shots further back.
Played well.
Legion 13, as we predicted. I mean, it wasn't hard to predict, really.
No.
They demolished the field from the team standards. So Rahm, Hatton, and McKibben and Surratt all played really well all week. They were 11 shots ahead of Ripper Golf Club and Range Goats in tie for second.
I think we predicted that as well, to be fair.
And then we've had another event since this weekend, as we were just talking about, there, Adelaide.
Yep.
So when they went from Riyadh to Australia and Waco. Just flying, isn't he? Who? Waco Neiman.
Yeah. Oh.
Wherever he is on he's playing well, DP World Tour, Live, Asian International Series, wherever he shows up, he's just playing so well.
Ball striking is incredible. Been watching a few right behind him, analysing his swing, and it just connects the ball right like that.
Just watching him on did you see Rick Shields has done a 10-shot challenge with him as well? Yeah, he doesn't have hit the ball well. He's such a good player. Great to watch. Nice, relaxed, proper calming type of manner about him as well, eh?
Talking about people hitting the ball, Bryson is absolutely flying, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like 415-yard drives. Like,
insane.
Wow. It's cheating. It's not fair. He needs a handicap on his clubs. A bit of a weight on it or something.
Yeah. So just to add that accuracy with the distance.
You can't bring in a hole to his knees, can you?
Innit? It's just a little soft draw. Like, when you see how much he puts into that shot, there's got to be some room for error. Like, you'd expect one to just always, like, blaze, and he just doesn't.
He's the only one I've ever seen. Like, I've watched a few long drive people like that, Kyle Berkshire and stuff. They've got no control, really, have they?
No.
They're not great golfers, but he's also a top draw golfer as well. So the advantages he gets from the distance he gets off the tee is unbelievable. I know they talk about his irons and stuff, and the lofts are more akin to like his 7 irons, like a 2 iron or something in it. But
mental, yeah.
That's the way he plays the game, isn't it? It's fair enough. He's one of the biggest stats guys in there, isn't he? So
is he?
He's onto something, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, you mean how much he uses stats in his game and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. They called him the scientist, didn't they?
Yeah.
A few years ago.
I used to wear that hat. Didn't like him at that point as well.
Yeah. Payne Stewart, that one.
Yeah.
Black cap. But now all of his irons are the same length, aren't they, and stuff, so he's obsessed with it.
He did. He brought the course to its knees. Happy Valentine's Day. Length.
No, he was talking on video with Garrett on YouTube about his irons and how he's got the weight offset so that if he hits a toe ball, the club face will open up so that it's still square to the path.
That's mad, isn't it?
And if he hits a heel, it'll go the other way so that it just.
Where does that stand in conforming to the?
Well, obviously conforms because he's allowed to play, but you just wonder why.
Pushing boundaries, though, isn't it?
Well, Garrett asked the question, why isn't everyone else doing that? And Bryce said, don't talk to me about it, as if like it's a sore subject, as if like people don't agree with him or whatever. But from what he was explaining, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, there's nothing stopping people doing it, is there? So
no, if it's conforming, there's no reason for it. Like,
Did you see? Just going back to the PGA, did you see Grant Harver playing in the Pro? The guy is playing well, to be fair. His striking's got incredible as well. Like he is now Mr. Golf, isn't he? He's sort of Rick Shields. He's moving ahead, isn't he?
Yeah. He's marketing it right, and he's doing all the right things, and he's got a little bit more appeal, I think. Yeah.
He's American, isn't he? Rick Shields is from Manchester. No matter how much you think he's doing well, he's
I didn't see much of the Pro-Am, but I saw his shot at 16.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a good golfer. He's good to watch.
Did you see Keegan Bradley? Hole in one. Unbelievable. Bang, bang. He said before the round, if he knocks it in, he's going to pick himself. He's the captain, Ryder Cup captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to pick himself for the Ryder Cup, and he goes and knocks it in. There you go.
Yeah, but the way he's been playing, like you said, what's he up to, 15th in the world now?
Yeah.
I think he's got to be in consideration for an automatic pick, the way he's going. Like his forms, if he keeps it up, there's no reason why he can't be getting in the team anyway. So
yeah.
He had a few years where his game dropped off a bit, didn't he? I guess that's why they picked him, but he's definitely come back.
Yeah, definitely. Well, to be 15th in the world, unbelievable.
Still, he reminds me of some like a bloody ostrich or something. The way he stands over the ball and he's all like lined up and that. Right, where we are? TGL. The Golf League. Is that what it stands for? I have no idea what TGL stands for.
I think it's the Golf League. I thought it was Tiger's Golf League, but I don't think it is. I think it's the Golf League.
Tiger gets laid, apparently.
Yeah, apparently he's back on his missus, isn't he?
So since we last spoke, the Bay, not the Bay, LA,
absolutely smashed Boston. Didn't
Boston, yeah.
We predicted that.
You called it. I wasn't sure, but you know what? Looking back on it, I think the core, like Tommy and Justin Rose, that it's like with Team Europe in the Ryder Cup. They work better as a team than the United States do. Like United States' wins on the Ryder Cup and that are generally down to great individual play, I think. Whereas Europe is always about team, and that's probably, in my opinion, that's probably why LA are doing so well, because I think like Tommy and Justin just love that kind of environment. They step up in that sort of environment.
It's the same with the going back to the Live Golf. Ram, Hatton, they're all Europeans, aren't they?
Yeah, they got McKibben now as well. Yeah, it's definitely a different mentality over here, I think, compared to Americans in terms of team ethic versus individual brilliance.
Yeah.
There was an issue with one of Tommy's shots. So I think people were kicking off about it. I think that the camera, I think the Sim just picked up his divot because he had a massive divot on that shot.
Maybe.
And then one went 39 yards or something like that.
I don't know whether these sims are designed to be played off grass, really.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you're normally off a mat.
Yeah. I mean, we've played on a sim recently, haven't we, a few times, and sometimes it just doesn't pick your ball up because there was a ball sat next to it, wasn't there? So I don't know what factors are actually... I mean, it was bad, the 39 yards, because it does sort of bring it into a, like, is it accurate or not, doesn't it? Argument, so...
Yeah. I was watching a podcast the other day, I can't remember what it was called, but there's a guy who basically had all the different simulators, and he said that the one that they're using in TGL is because Tiger's got a deal with them versus actually picking the best one. Why are you not using the best one when you're spending all this money on this technology for this game? And I think it's something, the technology on this one is he called it a Doppler. I don't really know how it works versus using camera or vice versa.
All right.
But yeah, he said the technology is different in this one, and it's just because Tiger's with it. That's the only reason he used it, and there's a lot better software out there. So
Trackman for me is the go-to based on
I
the
like
ones I've
it.
used.
I like using TrackMan. We've only just started using it recently, haven't we? But like it's like having a pro in your ear itself, just having access to all the data and the feedback you get off it.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna lend itself to the actual course. Like I don't know, when I'm out there and I'm looking at how long I've got left into the green and there's wind involved and stuff. I don't know how that's gonna work, but because we haven't played this season yet, still have we?
No, and it's gone cold again this week.
No, it is only Feb though, so you can.
Just feels like forever, doesn't it?
I've got golf shoes on now. To be fair, don't ask me why I keep wearing them just as normal shoes.
Going out when we finish recording.
Gimps. Well, gimp.
They're comfy though, aren't they? Designed to be comfy.
To be fair, they're not really golf shoes anymore, are they?
No, they're just trainers now.
Not walking around in soft spikes, are they? So the old ones, the actual sprints.
Yeah.
Tap dancing.
So there's 3 games tonight.
Yes.
TGL. Atlanta first up against LA.
Mm-hmm.
So Atlanta have only played one game, 1-1. Played 1-1-1.
Yeah.
LA have played 2-1-2. So there's somebody has got to go.
Yeah.
As Michael Buffer says.
Who are you thinking?
I'm going to stick with LA. I think their team ethic, the teamwork, they announced again the lineups yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not got them in front of me, but I know LA's is Rose, Fleetwood, and Thigala this time.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Rose and Fleetwood are there again.
Yeah.
In fact, I have got them in front of me, and Horschel, Canley, and Thomas. So 2 good teams, but I mean, just having Cantley in there for me is just like he's all about himself. We saw that in the last Ryder Cup. So
He is, but he's in form, playing well this week. So, but he's not had much time to sort of come off the green and go straight back out, has he? But it's only a laugh, I suppose, isn't it, for him?
Yeah. Well, Tommy's there. He was there last night. There's a few of them. Justin Thomas is playing in this first match as well.
Where's Torrey Barnes?
San Diego, on the other side, so a few hours flight over.
It's only a flight, though, I suppose.
But it's a few hours flight for all of them, because after Atlanta play LA, just before, have you got a prediction for that one? Have you got an opinion?
Atlanta versus LA.
Yeah.
I think it's really difficult because I'm going to go with LA, I think. But I do like how Justin Thomas is playing at the moment as well, and Cantley.
Yeah.
And Billy O'Shea's playing well, so it could go either way. I've not really got a strong opinion on either, but I think LA. Just because Tommy's there, to be honest. And he's a local lad and we support him, don't we?
Come on, Tommy, lad. Following that, Atlanta are back up again against the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Ludvig Aberg off the back of a win last night.
Yeah, I think the Bay are... with Shane Lowry's in form as well after winning at Pebble Beach.
He's not playing this week.
Check that out. I mean, Wooley's class. We know about him.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good results recently.
Oberg and Wyndham Clark. I don't know much about him, to be honest. He's not on my radar, but
he's a top player, but hasn't pulled up any trees lately. But
that could go either way.
Close match, yeah.
Either way.
Depends how Aberg reacts if he celebrated hard last night or not.
Yeah. Well, he
might swing on that. Should have done if he's got any sense. Should be right on it. He strikes me as a guy who'll have been on it, to be honest.
Like Hovland.
Doesn't take life too seriously.
Yeah. Hovland was on an interview the other day where he was having a few bevies and that. Quite enjoyed watching it.
And then the last game tonight. So you going with?
I'm going to go with the Bay.
Atlanta 0 from 2 tonight.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. But I think it could either be a 2-0 whitewash. It could be a 1-1-0. It could literally go either way. Both of them games for me.
How are them splinters look?
It's just my arsehole.
I'm going Atlanta for the second one, I think. I don't think Oberg's going to be up for it.
Probably not.
And then the Bay play Boston in the last game of the evening.
Yeah.
Shane Lowry, Oberg, Wyndham Clark, against Keegan, Rory and Matsuyama, making his first appearance.
Sorry, but Boston are going to win that one. Keegan Bradley's on fire, isn't he? Bradley's on fire. Your defence is terrified.
Got a question. Wonder whether what Rory's going to turn up as well, because it always depends what sort of headspace he's in, doesn't it?
It just depends whether he's talking about anyone else, really, doesn't it? To whether he plays well. But that's a strong side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rory, Hideki, Keegan, Kevin.
Both good, all good lineups there tonight. Should be a good one. Tomorrow, one more game. Jupiter.
Yeah.
Versus New York Golf Club, who are 0-2.
Yeah, I picked well, didn't I? I picked because I like New York, but I'm not going to change my team. But Tiger's not playing, is he? Is he?
Yeah, Tiger, Kevin Kisner, and Tom Kim.
I'm going to go with New York.
To
be honest with you, it depends if Ricky Fowler turns up this week, because he didn't turn up, did he? Last time out,
Didn't see him at all.
Didn't see him.
No, wonder if anyone will see him tomorrow.
Don't know. I'm going New York for that one. I think Tiger didn't turn up last time out, did he? Anyway.
Yeah, that's the least intriguing of the three of the matches this week. I think Cameron Young, Ricky Fowler, and Matt Fitzpatrick against Woods, Kisner, and Kim.
Kim gives you loads, doesn't he?
Gonna need Kim to lift the crowd and lift his teammates again, I think. I'd probably lean towards Jupiter based on the Tom Kim effect. Just don't see anything in Matt Fitzpatrick on his last two outings.
No. He seems a bit overawed by the event, even though it's quite light-hearted, isn't it?
And there's new hammer rules just before we move on.
Tiger hammers his missus.
So each team gets 3 hammers a match.
Half-time show.
And both teams can use a hammer each on the same hole if they want, which would make the points on that hole move up to 3. So there's a maximum of 3 available on any one hole now. I don't know what sort of impact that's going to have. That's the first time this is happening since they've introduced it. But yeah, just a bit of a change there. Do you reckon? Any thoughts?
No.
Not
Not interested.
not interested.
Not in the hammer, no.